A really common problem that I see as a professional dog trainer where people are rewarding their dog every single time that they do a command. So I want to explain why you shouldn't do this and why it's detrimental to your training. So in a study done by Robert Sapolsky of Stanford University, he observed a monkey that was taught to press a lever 10 times when a light turned on. And if he pressed this lever 10 times after the light has already turned on, he would get a treat. Now what they found was absolutely fascinating because before they believed that dopamine would spike in an animal when they got the reward. But what they found was not that. They found that dopamine would spike at the cue to do the behavior. So when the light turned on, they found that dopamine would spike in the monkey. Now let's take monkeys out of the picture and let's think about dogs. So in dog training, instead of the light being the cue is going to be the command to the behavior. So it's sit down, come, place, heel, whatever it may be. So through patterning and chaining this together, when you give the command, sit down, heel, place, whatever it may be, and then your dog does the work in order to get the reward, the dopamine is not coming from the reward. The dopamine is coming from the cue to do the work or the behavior. Okay, so now let's get into why it's important that you shouldn't reward your dog every single time that they successfully complete the behavior. So in the study that they did, they found that when they changed the reinforcement, instead of 100% of the time, they changed it to 50% of the time, that after the monkey pressed the lever 10 times, that only 50% of the time they would get a reward. And look what happens to their dopamine levels. It absolutely skyrockets. So the study showed us that it's not the reward that monkeys, dogs, humans want. It is the anticipation of the reward, further compounded by introducing the aspect of maybe, and that is how you get very powerful and very addictive behaviors. This is also how behaviors such as gambling, online social media scrolling, online shopping, and drug addiction is also created. Last but not least, but when they changed the study and they rewarded the dog 25 or 75% of the time, this is 50% and this is 100%, look where dopamine is. Okay, so all in all, you didn't understand a single word that I just said. All that I'm saying is that once your dog learns how to do the behavior, so during the learning phase, you are in a continuous reinforcement schedule. Once your dog learns that, you no longer reward them after every single time that they do the behavior. Instead, you want to reward them sometimes and sometimes you don't. And this is going to avoid the problem of your dog looking really flat and very latent in their behaviors. And it's also going to avoid your dog having the problem of my dog won't do it unless I have a treat in my hand, and it's going to build enthusiasm and power into your behavior. So hope that helped.